This or something like it really should be like the standard of training in our profession. And it sounds like that's Tonya and Min's mission now, is to make that the case. So I'm behind that 100%. Before Shift, I would say there was a lot of confusion, a lot of frustration, a sense of, I feel like I know kind of what I need to do in order to make a successful practice, but I feel like there's some missing pieces and I kind of can't figure that out on my own. It seemed like with patient consults, sometimes they would go well, sometimes they wouldn't go well. And it wasn't always obvious to me why that was. People that I thought would be a good fit, that I thought I had a good connection with, sometimes, they wouldn't end up signing up for treatment. And so I was left kind of scratching my head, wondering, what can I do here? Where are the missing pieces? And there didn't seem to be any answers anywhere that I looked. Absolutely, yeah. I would say, I think anybody who's in the profession would agree with me that one of the largest gaps in our training is how to actually manage a business, how to run a clinic in a way that is financially successful, and that, does not sacrifice good patient care, but that is able to, bring in income reliably and, really help you craft a treatment plan for a patient. I would say even the way that we're taught to work with patients in school, it's good when you're kind of trying to get a handle on how to needle patients and just kind of working through a clinical process, but it's done in slow motion and it's done in such a way that it's just not realistic compared to how actual practice goes. And I think crucially, it doesn't teach you how to instruct your patients and how to set their expectations appropriately for treatment, and how to do that in a way that comes off as professional. We're not really given the tools to do that. And so we have to kind of figure that out for ourselves in practice. And unsurprisingly, without a proper roadmap, without people who've done it before and have done it successfully and have done it in a way that can be reproduced, I think it's very difficult for us to, come to that understanding on our own. It's not something that most people are able to just sort of do for themselves unless they also have a, background in business, or unless they've seen somebody else do it successfully. I think there's something that I think really stands out from Tonya and Min when they present is that they have big hearts. They really care about their patients. They really care about the profession as a whole. I felt like, it felt like having two moms basically. So that, yeah, I understand why people have that impression, but I don't think that's the case at all in terms of how you run things. And I think, again, some of that just comes from how we're taught in school, which is this very slow motion, one patient at a time, take as much time as and that's great when you're learning the basics. But if you want to really make an impact, clinically, you need to be able to kind of pick up the pace. And it's possible to do that in a way that doesn't sacrifice anything in terms of the care that you're giving a patient. I think they demonstrate that really clearly. Tonya's demonstration in particular, I thought it was just so helpful. Obviously it's abbreviated, it's on stage, there's a lot more moving pieces in a real clinic. But just seeing that, I think, for myself, and I'm sure for everybody else there, that was really eye-opening. Like, oh, okay, that's kind of how it's done. Okay, that's doable. Like, yeah, there's a lot of, really useful free noodles, free information in that group, but to really put it together into something comprehensive and to see how it all fits together and to get the in-person feedback, that's invaluable. You can't even really put a price on that, so you should go for it. I've had several people actually notice that I was an attendee, reached out to me and were like, hey, what did you think? Should I do it? And I told all of them, just do it. Just do it. Like, there's nothing to think about. Just do it. You'll thank me later. You'll thank Tonya and Min later. Like, I think everybody should do it.